Ready?
Ready.
One.
We're on.
We're on. Is it enough light?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I think it's okay. Okay, Abraham. We start. It's we're on the end. וזהו אשרי תמימי דרך. It's the last paragraph. אשרי תמימי דרך. אשרי לשון הסתכלות. כן? Like we said about Yosef. Shoro. And אשרי is like looking. It comes from looking. אשרי תמימי דרך. So what is תמימי דרך? מבחינת יעקב יש תם. תמימי דרך is יעקב that was called תם. שהוא מבחינת השכל כנ"ל. Why? Because it says on יעקב יש תם, יושב באוהלים. He sits in the tents. What do you do in the tent? You learn Torah. It's the sechel, it's the intelligence. היינו לזכות להסתכל על השכל שיש בכל דבר. כן? אשרי תמימי דרך, הוא דוד המלך says, אשרי תמימי דרך, insured are the ones that go in a simple way, in an innocent way. So we have a clue about our Torah that it speaks about going on the way of the Torah, in the innocent way, in Yaakov Avinu's way. But he looks on the sechel that there is in anything in the creation. שהוא מבחינת יעקב השתם. זה זוכים על ידי התורה. How do you manage to get to this point? ההולכים בתורת השם. You go with the Torah or inside the Torah of Hashem. That's the point. ההולכים בתורת השם. it means inside. We go inside the Torah. If you want to be innocent, and innocent is the highest nudrega that there is. Goodbye. Why does it go like this?
You need a new battery.
I need a new battery. Finished. It looks like it's full, it says it's full and it's not.
You need a new battery.
I need a new battery. Yeah, I need a new battery. I think I need a new battery. Oy. Ay, he will call you.
He's calling.
He's calling.
Okay, there you are. Sorry. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Yes, we are here. Abraham?
I'm here.
You're here. Okay. So we get to the point to go on the right way, on the way that you can look on the sechel, on the intelligence of everything, is by going on the ways of the Torah. Alchim betorat Hashem. Because when you learn Torah bekoach, when you give all your power when you learn Torah, by this you give power to the Holy Malchus, Holy Kingdom of Hashem. מבחינת נון, it's the nun, the letter nun, לקבל מן השכל, to receive from the שכל. שהוא מבחינת חטא, it's the letter חטא. אז העין עשה חן, and then it becomes into חן. חן, what we say, is it? Grace. ונתקבלים דבריו כנ"ל, and when you have grace, whatever you speak, whoever you speak to receive your words. Like when the king comes or the prince comes to speak with someone, you don't have any other choice but accept what he says. והזין יתעלה החל בחשיבות של ישראל, and then you raise up the grace and the importance of Israel, וכל התפילות והבקשות נתקבלים, and all the prayers and the asking that we request from anyone, petitions are being accepted. Wow, we finished reading. So we see, we know more or less the idea, only Rabbi Nachman shows us that it's in the Tehillim. Which Tehillim it is? It is in the 8th alphabet. David wrote Tehillim Kuf Yutet 119. 119. איך הבא? 8, 14, 19. He wrote like a song that each part of the song starts with the letter, like 8 times you start with the letter Aleph, and then 8 times with the letter Bet, and then with the Gimel and Dalet, like this with all the letters. So it considered as very important that everything goes, by the seder, by the order of the letters. Every goes. Why? Because this is the way Hashem created the world. Yeah, with the letters, with the Torah, with the letters of the Torah, Hashem created the world. So when you know to go by the seder of the letter, by the order of the letters, it means you can go into the nature and look at the letters that Hashem created the world with. Anyway, the main point that I see here, is that the tachlis. What is the tachlis? The purpose of all our being is to come to this madrega, this level of being like a prince, that all his requests are being done. It sounds like a spoiled little boy. This is what we're going to be a spoiled little boy, a little prince that everything he asks, bring me this, give me this, and give me the other, so straight away it happens. Okay, so you're a little bit older, so you ask for a big house and a big car, and then you get a little bit clever and you ask for intelligence, and you want to be a holy man or whatever, but still it looks like the same, that everything I ask I will get, like a spoiled little boy. But really, it's written in the holy books, in the Kabbalah books, every time when Rabbi Nachman says holy books, he means to the Kabbalah. It means that the purpose of the creation of the world was to reveal His goodness, reveal Hashem goodness, Hashem kindness. How can you reveal it?
By receiving goodness and kindness.
By receiving goodness and kindness. Yeah. The other reason that is written to reveal that Hashem is the King. How do you reveal it? When you get everything from the King, you reveal that He is the King. This man is the King. This Hashem is the King. If everything I receive from Him, so He's the King and He's the good King. This is the purpose that Hashem created the world. So, if I know how to use the Torah, how to use my mouth, how to use my heart, to come to this madrega that everything I ask is being done, yeah? So everybody can see that Hashem is with me. Why? Because other people, they have to go to work. When they go to work, so they have money. But me, I'm like Abu Yehuda. I'm going to the Sadeh. I shout, Hashem, please help me, and He helps me. And that's it, and that's how I'm living. Though they say that the people that learn Torah and they don't go to work, it's like the people on the time of Israel being in the desert.
In the desert. Right.
That they ate the man. Yeah, what was the man? It was the bread that Hashem sent them from the sky. It was the food that the Malachim ate. So it's not. Then you reveal the power of Hashem. You know that all the world saw that. How many people there were there? Like 3.5 million people. Goes in the desert without food, without anything.
No food, no water.
No food, no water, no nothing. Yeah? And Hashem supports them with everything. It's a big miracle that went on for 40 years. It's unbelievable, you know, but then you can see, on this time you could see.
For one person for 40 years would be a miracle.
Yeah, for one person for 40 years it's a big miracle.
Yeah.
But for 3.5 million people, and the clothes didn't get wasted, you know.
Yeah.
They stayed as new and clean and everything. And there was these, the clouds that were around them, and the neck of old, yeah. So then all the world could see that Hashem is the king, and Israel is the prince. Now, you get it also, but it's a little bit more hidden. But it's a big miracle. You take a guy in Mea Shurim, he has 10 kids, he marries them all off, each one he buys him an apartment, or half an apartment, okay? You know, he has to...
share this.
Share a little bit of mortgage, you know, with his parents. How much money do you need for it? You need, at least $50,000 for each kid. $500,000. Where does he get it? Okay, he goes to America, Australia, South Africa, whatever, to collect money from the people. Okay, still, it's a lot of money to collect. It's a big miracle if you want to look at it. It's a big miracle. If you want to look at it on the other way, yeah? So, he's a Nebuch, he's a nothing, he's a Shlemaznik, you know, it depends how you want to look on this point, yeah? You know, I told you I had a friend who's a tefillin macher, he makes tefillin. So he worked until he started marrying off his kids. And then he started traveling all over the world, you know, like a businessman. Go from place to place and getting the money to marry off his kids. Mm-hmm. And when he will finish, he'll go back to work, yeah. No, it will take him like 20 years, he raised them. Then another 20 years, he goes around the world. And then he has the rest of his life to live. Yeah? Okay, this is the other people, they don't go, you know? They don't go, and still they marry off the kids. It's a big miracle, you know. This is, if you look at it right, it's a big miracle. It's like the people in the desert eating the man. It's just the same, yeah. But you have to have a very good eye, yeah, to look at it, yeah, to look at it, to see it, and to understand. And the really good eye that you need is when you look at yourself. When you look at yourself and to look at the miracles Hashem is doing for you, this is the most amazing point in the world. You know, to look and see Hashem helps me wherever I go, whatever I do.
You have to be able to look at it without a jealous eye.
A what?
Without being jealous.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that look at it that, you know, these people are not working and they're getting everything. And
This is exactly, this is why the world is called the world. In the Lashon HaKodesh, the world is called Olam. Olam it means disappear. Yeah? So I see the world, but really it disappeared. You know, it's not here. But it's here. No, but you don't see what you have to see. Like now, you know, now we are in a very very hard point of
Difficult time.
of the life of the world, because we still have the imagination that we are in a normal society, more or less normal. But we spoke about what is normal last time, But it went out of order altogether. It's not there anymore. There's no more democracy or whatever. It's all gone. It's something else altogether. It's a new world, and we don't see it, how the organizations. I told you, it's you can see it on the internet. There's 800 concentration camps in the United States, in the same form that there was in Germany. Built the same form, and the soldiers are there already. So somebody is keeping them. Somebody is paying them to be there. Someone built the place. Someone bought the place. Yeah. These people are very rich people, and they're holding behind the face of the world, of the democracy, and people speaking. Who is doing all the fights in the Arab countries? Who is doing? How come suddenly all the Arab countries have a revolution? How does it happen? How come? Someone is digging behind our wall, and we don't want to see it. We don't want. It's not that we cannot see it. We can see it, but we don't want to see it. Yeah, it's something very very special that going on. Why? It's all the world is preparing for the Messiah, for the Mashiach. Even here, in Israel, when the government wants to take over the religious life. Why? Because they want to wipe out the name of Hashem. That's the goal. I don't want any religious people. No, they are Jewish. They are brothers. Okay, you can say whatever you say, even if what you say it's truth. But look, these people are going for some way. They're going against Hashem. It's not against me personally. That I have a kippah and I have a payas and I have a beard and I learn Torah. They have nothing personally against me. If they could put me somewhere hidden, it was okay. You can live your life. But it's a problem that you live your life and everybody sees that you are the prince. You keep on saying that Hashem is the king. That's a big problem, because I want to be the king and the only king,
right.
And I cannot bear the idea that there is someone else that is stronger than me. And if we look good on what happens on the world, so Hashem gives us signs. All kind of new disease that we have now, all the nature that is rebelling,
all the anti-Semitism in the world.
Yeah. It's one against the other. The anti-Semitism is going higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the nature is going crazy.
Yeah.
So we can cover everything, because the name of the world is disappearing. So I can disappear everything. I don't. No, it's not that now there's more storms and there's heavy snow in Europe. And it's not something special, but. In the old days, you didn't know about it, because there was no communication like
right.
today. But today we know it. That's the only difference. Who can argue? Who can argue? I can know exactly what was on the old times, like 250 years ago, 500 years ago. I don't know, but I do know things. Yeah, like I know that now there's much more killing than it was then. Why?
Can do it easier now.
We can do it easier. Exactly. With one bomb, you kill much many more people that you could
Bows
kill
and arrows
before.
were the
Yeah,
sword.
yeah. So we know that something is not normal here. We see, in the Sanhedrin, we used to call killer Sanhedrin, is that they killed once
In 70 years.
in 70 years. And when it happened, it started happening more, so they moved out of the Bet Mikdash. I cannot kill anymore. Why? I don't have the right to kill. If it happens so much, why don't you have the right to kill? So you go, if someone killed by accident, you used to run to Ir Miklat, a special city.
City of refuge.
City of refuge. Yeah, there were 9 cities like this. And until when does he stay in this city? Until the Kohen Gadol dies, and there's another Kohen Gadol. So it's a big question. What does he have to do? This killer that killed by accident, what does he have to do with the Kohen Gadol, the most holiest man in Israel, in the world? Yeah? So they say the Kohen Gadol should have prayed that it wouldn't happen in his time. Means killing by accident shouldn't happen on my time. This is normal life. Once in 70 years, someone gets killed by purpose, and he gets killed by the Sanhedrin, and anyone that killed by accident, the Kohen Gadol he's to blame. It's your fault. You didn't pray enough. This is normal life. So now we don't live normal life. So now to do this work, to do this job that Rabbeinu asked us to do in this Torah, this is the job of the Kohen Gadol. What Kohen Gadol had to do to pray for his generation, now Rabbeinu says there's no Kohen Gadol to pray for his generation. So who should pray for his generation? Avram Yehuda, and Eliezer Meshulam, and Ehud. This is the guys I need to work to do this job, to pray. Okay, there's more things to do, because when you start praying and you start looking at the world on the right purpose, and you understand that nothing is like it looks like. Nothing is like it looks like. You think this guy has good life? Don't believe it. You think this guy has bad life? Don't believe it. Yeah? You think you're suffering? Don't believe it. Don't believe whatever you see. Look inside and find the letters of the Torah and find Hashem inside. If you find Hashem inside, so you find the right and the wrong, the truth and the sheker and the lie. You understand the lie of the world, and then you can really pray for the right things. And on the right way, like Avram said. What did you say? You said in the Sadeh? Avram? איך? מעין עולם הבא? מעין עולם הבא.
It's like עולם הבא.
It's like עולם הבא. It's like עולם הבא. Yeah. If you get in touch with what is inside, with who is running the world, this is the Olam Haba. It's really the Olam Haba. But once you go inside back, you come out of the Sadeh, you've been out on the field and you've been in Olam Haba, and you said, Hashem, you are the king, Hashem. I accept everything what you do with me with pleasure. Not I take everything with happiness. Yeah? Everything, the good, the bad, everything I take until you come back to life. And the electricity company sends you the bill, and the telephone company sends you the bill, and all the bills you have, and your wife, and your kids, and they want to go to the tiyul with all the class, they want to go out. So he said, wow, I'm really a poor man. but you are not. You are the most luckiest man in the world. Yeah? You know about Torah, you know about God, you know about Rabbi Nachman, you learn the things, you daven. You're the richest man on earth. Almost. There are some bigger tzaddikim than you are. Okay. But you're on the highest level that there is. You suffer from the world. Okay, it's fine. Today, it was, I don't know what happened to me. At night, I had such heavy pains, and I don't know, from nothing. Like from one point to the other point, I was suffering very. Okay, I woke up chatzot, in the midnight, and I went to the koilel and learned and did whatever, and slowly it goes down. Okay, it passed, but why? You have any questions? Why? Someone has to take care of you. Like when you go to the doctor and he takes blood from you, or he does something, it hurts. You ask him why?
It's for your own good.
You understand? He's doing his job. He wants to cure me. Hashem also wants to cure me. How does he do it? He has a special medicine. Yeah? He has the telephone company, he has the electricity company, he has a barabai that asks you for money, he has everything that goes on with you, This is the medicine Hashem gives you. So, what do you say to the doctor when he finished taking care of you? You pay him, and you say thank you. What do you say to Hashem? Leave me alone, I can't take it anymore, I had enough, help me, save me. Is that it? Thank you Hashem for everything you do. I believe that this is the cure. And it's much easier than whatever will happen with me after. Like 120, let's say, call it like this. Okay, so this is the point of the Torah, that to get to a point that we can see how Hashem leads the world, and especially, leads the world is one thing, but especially leads me. How Hashem is my king. And to get to the point that I have such a chen, such grace, that everything I ask, I can get from Hashem. There's a story there about Rabbi Yoshua Eshil from Apta. So he was the oldest tzaddik in his generation. He was in Rabbi Natan's generation. And one time someone asked him to come over for the wedding to be the Mesader Kiddushin. So he did it, and then he told him, listen, please stay for the Suda. So he says to me, I'm not staying in the Suda. I have my job to do. I have the night, I have to learn, I have to daven for. No, please, if you just come and go, everybody will say that I'm not important. And that, okay, so he stayed. So he stayed there. He said, no, wash your hands, please eat with us, otherwise. He said, I'm not doing it, it's not my Seder, it's not the way my life is going, No, please, everybody will say that the food is not kosher enough, and please, okay, so he stayed, he had something to eat. Then he wanted to say the bracha, and he said, no, you cannot do it now, now all the kids are coming, they had in the end of the wedding, after all the dancing, they had like a comedian show. That they gave a show, what's happening. You must stay for it, otherwise, they will be offended that you just left before they start. Okay, so he stayed for this also. And they made a comedy that a Jewish man had big problems, and suddenly by a miracle everything went away and all his debts were paid off, and everything was, like Gan Eden, like Abraham says, yeah? Everything is okay. Okay? In the end, he finished like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at night, and he goes home, and he thinks, why did Hashem did it to me? I have the way, I have my Seder in life, I have the way I'm living, I have my job to do, it's a holy job, I do it every day. What happened today? Okay. After a couple of months, he himself had a wedding, and he was living like in the desert, like really he didn't do anything. So he didn't have money for the wedding, so he was waiting, and everybody was asking, give me money. We have to buy clothes. We have to get prepared. We have to buy the presents for the color. Nothing. Tomorrow. Like every day he says tomorrow. Okay, in the end someone came, it's another story how the money came, but the money came over. The money came, he was a man that he was married 20 years, and he didn't have a son. So he went to him to get a bracha, but he wanted the bracha also that he will marry this son. And now it's 19 years after this son was born, and he's going to marry him off. So he came over to the Rav to give him. Then he brought a lot of money with him, and he gave him the money. So he gave to all the. So he was going on his way on the last moment. In those days, going with a carriage with horses, it's 6 days to get to the other town that he had to go. So they start running over, and they go in, and they go in, and they went into a forest, one of the big forests in Europe, and suddenly there's a man on the way. It's not like highways in our days. It's just a path. If someone stands, you have to stop. So he had to stop, and this man is crying to him, "Please help me! You have to help me." Okay, so he's giving him a bracha. So I said, no, I don't want a bracha. I want you to promise me that everything will be okay. I cannot promise you everything is okay. I'm, okay, tzaddik, but I'm not the king himself, This man doesn't move. And we are late. We have to get to the wedding. Until the Rav promised me that everything is okay, I don't move. Okay? They're having a very big argument, and he doesn't move. What do you want from me? All I ask is the rabbi will promise. I believe and I know that if he will promise, that's what's going to be. Okay? So they're waiting to see what the rabbi will say. And he doesn't say, the rabbi sits like this, thinking and thinking. He says, okay, everything will be okay. So this man says, you promise? He says, yes, I promise. Okay. Says, thank you, and go, and everybody goes, keep on going to the wedding. So the Shamash asked the Rav, what happened? In the beginning you didn't want to promise, and then so he said, I remember this wedding, that they stopped me, and they gave this comedian part. That this Jewish was in problems, and then he had a miracle that everything was okay. And I thought, why did I waste one night out of my life? So now I understood that Hashem showed me then what is going to happen now. And all this comedy was for this man. That when this man will come over to me and ask me to promise that he will have a miracle, I know I can promise that he have a miracle because Hashem is going to save me. It's an amazing story for the story, but it shows us that he was looking on the sechel, that Hashem is leading the world. Hashem is leading me, personally. Why did he do it to me? I have to keep this memory, I look sometimes on and I cannot understand. Sometimes I can understand, this stomach ache that I had yesterday, I understand 100%. Yeah? Why do I deserve it? You know, I didn't have any, I said, Hashem, you're a tzaddik, Hashem, everything is okay, I accept it, you are right, I deserve it, you know? And he did it after I gave the shiur in the afternoon, you know? So I said, you're right, this is right, this is, it's nothing. For what good punishment that I really had to get, yeah? But it's okay. No, but sometimes you don't understand. Why did it happen to me? I was a good boy. I did what I was supposed to do. Like the Rebbe from Atta, yeah? I'm a good boy. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my job. Why should I be punished like this? Yeah? This is how we should look on life. Why did we see? Why did these things happen to me? Why did it happen on this way? Why doesn't it happen on another way? On everything, every small thing that is going with us, we have to see it. Like you change your camera. Why? Why did I change my camera? Why do I? Everything. Why do I do it? How do I do it? You know, every small thing I have to take care and look at it and find what Hashem wants from me. It's very difficult to live like this, but when you go to the Sadeh, when you start speaking with Hashem and tell him, you know, Hashem, I want to understand, and I don't care if I understand or not, you know, the main point is that I want to do what you want me to do. I don't want to live my life like I want to live my life, to be rich or poor or clever or stupid. It doesn't make any difference. The only difference that makes in life is I want to live like you want me to live my life. I want to do what I'm supposed to do here. You sent me here for some purpose. I want to come out with a purpose. You know, now they ask me to give a shiur every day, 8 o'clock in the morning, when I finish the kollel in night. So I said like this, you know, because I used to give a lot of shiurim, and then it went down. I said, okay, whoever will come, whatever they will ask, I will go and I do it. You know, and I said to them, listen, you're supposed to pay something. So they said, okay, you know, they pay me 300 shekel a month. 300 shekel a month. It means like it's 12 shekel an hour? Yeah? Something like this. So okay, it's okay. If this is what Hashem wants me to do, I go. And it's not my people, you know, it's not my it's not the kind of people I'm used to speak to. Okay, I'm going for it, you know. And I'm speaking, and they don't understand, and they stop me every 2 minutes. I said, this is what Hashem wants from me. Hashem doesn't want me to give Torah all the time. Hashem wants me to fix myself. This is the main point. When you give Torah, you're fixing yourself. Yeah, you help other people in the same time. But okay, so this is the way. This is what they need. They need small portions. Yeah, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then they have to say something. Yeah, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then they have. This is my job now to speak 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then to wait. And you know, it's very difficult for me. It's very difficult.
You lose your train of thought.
Yeah, I lose my chain of thought. That's exactly, you know, you think something and it builds one after the other, and okay, now you have this exercise. Hashem wants to see you dancing this kind of dance. The king wants to see how you dance. Okay, give it to him. That's what he wants. Give it to him. It's not what I want. Who cares what you want? Depends what the kings want. If he is the king, he wants me tonight to go and fight lions, for example. Yeah. Okay, this is what I have to do. Like when you go out at night, you know, in this, how do you call this? It's not coyotes, it's, something else. It's not a dangerous animal, but when it shouts, it's like, woo, like this, and you're alone at night in the field, it's scaring, yeah? Yeah, but this is what Hashem wants, and you get used to it. When you do it day after day after day after day, you get used to it. And it's very interesting, because when you start shouting, you go out and you start, oh, like this, they start shouting after you. Right after you, they start shouting. And they shout and they shout. And then you understand, okay, we're shouting together. Yeah? So then when they start shouting, you start shouting also. Maybe all the nature is praying to Hashem. All the nature belongs to Hashem. He's the king of all. And the animals, they know it much better than we know.
It's interesting when I'm davening and I hear birds, I think they're davening also.
They're davening also, right. So if I daven with them, maybe my prayers will be accepted also with them. Yeah? So it depends how you think. You can think, wow, it's very scary, and they want to come to me. They want to come and eat me. And they need something to eat, maybe. And you can think, no, they're davening. They're praying to Hashem, like I pray to Hashem. It depends how you think, and then it depends how you feel.
Yeah.
And then you can feel Hashem, and then you can feel that Hashem moves you into your life. So we have to pray and ask Hashem to show us the right way, and that, like Rabbi Nachman says, that when you get to some point, you can get to a point that everyone that just looks at you makes tshuva. Because he understands straight away that you are the servant of the king. And he understands straight away who is the king.
And he wants to be like you.
Oh, sometimes he wants to be like you, and sometimes he gets very annoyed when he sees that there's another king except him. Yeah. And these are the first people to know. Yeah? Or the tzaddikim, or the rashaim. The tzaddikim looks at you and they see, wow, we see where this man holds. And the rashaim, how do you say rashaim?
Evil.
The evil people, they see exactly where you are, and they want to kill you. And if they cannot kill you physically, they will kill you with the mouth. And this is another thing that I thought, not only daven and pray, but give respect to everyone. Because everyone, like we said it more than once, that Rabbi Nachman says, I can explain every part in the Torah, but I cannot explain one soul of a Jewish man. Because it's so high, there's no explanation. So to give honor, when you give honor to someone, you give him life. When you laugh at him, you kill him. So it's not a murder with a knife, or a gun, but it's a mental murder. So if I give respect to everyone, and I pray for myself and for the klal of Israel and for the klal of the world, to have better life and better time, and that we will all understand that Hashem, He is the King, and He is ruling every moment in our life, then I'm doing my job, that the Kohen Gadol should have done. But we don't have a Kohen Gadol, so now each one of us does one of the part. And this is the beginning of the Likutei Moharan, to tell you, listen, I want you to go on the way of the big tzaddikim, like the story of the Ohev Yisrael from Avta. I want you to go on this way. So what do you say to the king? Oh, my dear king, I really want to be like this, but I cannot do it. That's what you say. This is the normal thing to say. I'm not such a tzaddik. Right, you are not such a tzaddik. But if you will do it once in your life, this is what I want from you. You can work all your life, work and learn and pray to do one time the right thing. You know, I think I told you this. There was a guy in next to the area of Tel Aviv, and he was in a very bad mental situation, and he was at home. He didn't move. You know, he moved from bed to go to the toilet, and that's it. His wife had to bring him food and he didn't want to lay in his bed. He laid on the floor. He didn't wash himself. He didn't go out of the house. He didn't do anything. So one time his wife asked me what she should tell him. So I told her, you know, like maybe 3-4 sentences. Every day tell him this sentence. So she wrote it down, and every day she told him this 3 or 4 sentences. And he got up. It took maybe 3 months. Every day she told him the same 3 things. You know?
Tell me what they
are. I don't remember. It was for him, and I didn't know that it happened. You know, but one time I was in Uman, and I went over to the Baal Shem Tov in Mizhibur, and then he's a big guy. He's, you know, really a big guy. You know, this big guy, you know, jumps on me, you know, and hugs me like this, and his hug, you know, is strong. You know, and he says, "What do you want from me? You know, no, you saved my life. I don't know you. You saved my life. What did I do? You know, I didn't do anything. And I don't know you." He said, you know who I am? I said, no. And stop hugging me so strong, you know, it's too much. I'm not such a strong man, you know, put distance, you know. So he says to me, I am this guy that was in the south of Tel Aviv, you know, lying on the floor, didn't do anything. And my wife told me these 3 or 4 sentences that you said, you know, and Baruch Hashem, you know, now I'm here. I went to Uman, I went to Baal Shem Tov, I have a new job, you know, then I met him again in Bnei Brak, you know, driving a nice car, you know, he has a good job, everything, you know, from what? When she came to me to ask me, I didn't know what, I just said something, you know, whatever came on my mouth, and I don't remember even what it was. And it was.
You should have had a Rabbi Nachman with you.
To write it down. But I think it happened to me again with one guy that I used to give a shiur in Ramat Gan, and he came to the shiur for half a year. And every shiur, in the end of the shiur, he used to come to me, says to me, Rabbi Ehud, I don't understand anything. And he was an intelligent guy, you know. He was learning economics, yeah, in the university. He has brains. Every week, half a year, you know. After every lesson, he comes to me, Ehud, I don't understand anything. And I see that people understand. I'm not speaking too high or too low. I see that people in the shiur understand. So in the end, he told me, I'm not going to come anymore. I'm just sitting here for an hour. I don't understand anything. Give me one sentence that I can understand, and I will go with this sentence. What, on the green? Yeah. Hello? Aman? Okay. So,
he's there? Abraham?
Yeah. So I told him, this I remember what I told him, you know. I told him it's Torah Lametet in Likutei Moharan. The fire that is in the heart of the Israeli man burns to Ein Sof, to infinity. It's a fire that burns into infinity. You know, and he said it once on time and until he remembered this sentence, and he went away. After, I think, 2 years, I went over to Rabbeinu Nachman in Tzfat, to the holy cemetery there, and I saw him davening on the tzion of Rabbeinu Nachman. From what? You know, just I didn't know to say. I'm not a rebbe, you know. I'm not a rebbe. I'm not this tzaddik. But this is what I had. This is what came into my mouth in this time, like for this woman. This is what came over. Why? If please let me do what I have to do. Let me help each one of Israel with what I can help him. Yeah. So Hashem lets you do it. You know. Yeah, I can start telling stories. You know, it's stories. Also, it says I don't know if there's on the time of the Ben Ish Chai, this man came. There was a very rich man that really gave a big tzedakah in Baghdad, in Iraq. So one time they came over to his house.
Iraq, yeah.
How do you say
Baghdad.
Baghdad, yeah. So now we know it like from Saddam Hussein, yeah. But then there was another guy that was the. Anyway, he was a very rich man and he gave a lot of tzedakah. And one time they came over to say that it's a very sick man. They need money to send him to Europe to have an operation, and it cost a lot of money. He says how much. They told him, and he took it out from his safe and gave them money, gold. You know, he gave it to them. Wow, everybody was so happy. Such a generous man, such a big thing he's doing. And the guy went and he had the operation, and they saved him. And he came back and said, and he was happy. You know, I saved the man. So then he had a dream, and he saw an angel holding a book. And he asked the angel, what is there in the book? He says, there's all the people that gave tzedakah that saved life. He said, okay, I'm written there. So he says to him, yes, you're written here. And he showed him the book. And he saw that above his name, there was a name of one of the poor people in his community. Okay, he woke up, he went to this guy and asked him, did you ever give tzedakah that saved life? He said, I don't know about it. If I did it, I don't know about it. I give tzedakah sometimes, but no, not like you know, so much money I don't have. I make, and he said how much he made a day, you know, like he makes every day for the food of this day, that's it. So he went to the Ben Ish Chai and told him the story and told him the dream, and the Ben Ish Chai said it's a true dream, it's right. So the Ben Ish Chai fasted and asked a question. The tzaddikim know how to ask a question. What's the answer? So they told the Ben Ish Chai that this poor guy came one time out of the Bet Knesset, out of shul. And there was another poor guy there, and asked him, please give me half of a dinar. So he told him, this is what I make a day. I make half of a dinar a day. And this is how I buy food. I have a wife and kids. I have to buy food, I have to pay rent, and this is what I make, that's it. He says, but listen, I have to buy medicine for my kid. And I need half a dinar. And the doctor said, if I don't buy the medicine, the kid is going to die. Give it to me. So he didn't want. He gave it to him. He came over. His wife shouting at him. His kids are hungry. You know, everything. Well, what could I do? He couldn't hold himself. He just had to give him. So the Ben Ish Chai told this rich man, and the medicine did help this kid, and he didn't die. Yeah. So he saved this kid. But what is the difference? When you gave the money, everybody knew about it. When this man became healthy, everybody said you saved life. You had a big honor out of and the money you gave, it was a lot of money, yeah, hundreds of thousands of dinars, but it's not all your money.
Right.
He gave all whatever he had, so he gave more than what you gave.
Right.
What you gave, and he didn't know anything. He only suffered from his mitzvah. So it's worth more. So what is to say? To say that we don't know what we do. Sometimes we help someone with a smile, and we save his life. Why? Because he's going around and he's worried and his head is busy with all his problems, and you come over to here and say, "Hi, how are you? Everything's okay?" No, nothing is okay. But you smile to him and you say to him, everything is okay, so maybe I'm wrong. This guy, he looks like a happy guy. He's looking like, okay, he's looking normal, He's smiling to me. He thinks I'm something, and he says everything's okay. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. And you save his life. And when you save his life, you save his wife and his kids and all his friends around him. We don't know what we do. Oh, what we have to do? Pray, Hashem, give me the right words. Yeah, because sometimes for another guy, you have to say, wow, you look very worried. Maybe you want to speak to me. And then he speaks to you. And this is the way you save him. This is the way you help him. So when should I do like this and when should I do the other way? I cannot know. I don't know what is going to save my friend, this one that I met him just now. What can I do? Pray. Give honor to everyone and pray that Hashem will give me the right words to help. Hashem will accept all our requests and give us good Shabbos and good Pesach and all the rest. And we finished the Torah, Really we have to make a big party. A seal, yeah. How long we learn it? For a couple of months.
Few months.
Yeah. So we are here. Abraham is here. I want to start Resh Pei Bet. I want to start Resh Pei Bet. How do you put it on the... No?
Yeah, no, I'll show you.
In the middle?
No.
Okay, I want to start Resh Pei Bet. And there's a lot of...
You there, Aram? Okay. That's it.
I want to start Resh Pei Bet. Okay? It's one of the most famous... you don't have it in this book. No. I think he has... there's a translation of Kremer. Right? Abba. Maybe, you don't know. Okay. But it's one of the most famous shiurim, lessons of Rabbeinu. And Rabbeinu himself asked he said that he wants us to go with his Torah, to live with his Torah. So at least we take it for a while.
Okay, so we're learning next week and then Erev Pesach?
Next week and then Erev Pesach.
Okay.
Maybe I will make a shiur for Pesach.
Okay, you'll see.
But this is
okay.
You can start going into it.
Okay.
Learning. There's a lot of Likutei Halachot about it. So it's a big... when I told someone I want to start learning this Torah, he told me this is the Torah of the Geula.
Really?
I never thought about it like this. Yeah. But that's what he said.
Wow.
Okay.
From your words, I hope Hashem gives us the...
Yeah, at least it will be a Geula for us.
For us, right. Okay.
Avram, I'm using you. Yeah, I'm using you because it says that whoever davens for his friend, he gets
This one.
before him. You know, whoever davens for his friend and he needs for the same thing, he gets it before his friend. So I daven all the time for you for parnasa. Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay. Bezrat Hashem. What? Yeah, for sure he hears us. Yeah, and he gives us. We're still here.
We're still here.
We eat, we drink, we sleep. Yeah, we have everything. Someone told me, he said there was a crazy Englishman that went over to Africa to kill an elephant, that he could make shoes out of his skin.
Okay.
Yeah? And you are wearing these shoes. You understand? You didn't have to go to Africa to kill this elephant and work on the skin to make these shoes, but someone did it for you, and you have the shoes. And the same with what you wear, what you eat, with everything. So it goes around. Hashem does a good job. Okay. Yofi.